Hello students, today will we discuss about the homecoming. होमकमिंग एक शॉर्ट स्टोरीज है जो कि रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर ने लिखी है. ओके, द स्टोरी द होमकमिंग इज बेसिकली अ साइकोलॉजिकल portrayal of an adolescent fatigue. In this age, various physical mental changes take place, and he is neither a man nor a child. He cannot tolerate anything because he feels that his ego has been hurt. His mother scolds him. His uncle in Calcutta wants to educate him, but here he is ill-treated, slighted and despised by his aunt. देखिए, इसमें जो फाटिक नाम का बच्चा होता है, लड़का, एक एडोलसेंट फाटिक होता है जो फिजिकल और मेंटली रूप से चेंज होता है. वो एक तरीके से ना ही बच्चा होता है और ना ही मैन. वो किसी भी चीज़ को टॉलरेट नहीं करता है. उसको अपना ईगो बहुत ज़्यादा फील होता है जब कोई उसे हर्ट करता है. जब उसकी मदर उसको डांटती है तो जो उसके मामा जी आए हुए होते हैं वो उसको अपने साथ ले जाते हैं, क्योंकि ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा शरारती बच्चा होता है. जब वो वहाँ अपने मामा के यहाँ पहुँच जाता है तो उसकी जो मामी होती है वो बहुत ज़्यादा उसके साथ गलत बिहेव करती है, उसको डांटना, उसके साथ बुरा बर्ताव करना, इस तरीके से, और वो बहुत ज़्यादा डिप्रेशन में चला जाता है. एक दिन वो घर से भाग निकलता है. बारिश तेज़ हो रही होती है तो उस बारिश में भीग जाता है और बहुत ज़्यादा बीमार पड़ जाता है. उसे बेहोशी की हालत में उसके मामा उसको ढूंढ के लाते हैं. फिर उसकी मामी उसके साथ बहुत ज़्यादा बुरा बिहेव करती है जो कि बिल्कुल सह नहीं पाता है. फिर लास्ट में उसकी माँ को बुलाया जाता है. उसकी माँ जब उस एंट्री करती है, उसको देखने आती है, तो वो लास्ट स्टेज पर पहुंच चुका होता है. तो इस तरीके से अपनी माँ से बस लास्ट में एक लाइन बोलता है कि माँ अब छुट्टियाँ आ गई हैं. तो इसमें जो है फाटिक के बारे में बताया गया है, किस तरीके से सबको परेशान करने वाला बच्चा लास्ट में बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान हो जाता है और वो उसकी डेथ हो जाती है. ओके, क्योंकि वो वहाँ पर अपने मामा के यहाँ एडजस्ट नहीं कर पाता है. He actually suffers from sickness and longs to join the company of his friends in his village. उससे अपना सारा गांव याद आता है, गांव में किस तरीके से खेलता था, सबको सताता था. He is a victim of loss of memory and he is always afraid. Consequently, he falls ill. वो बीमार पड़ जाता है. At the advice of the doctor, his uncle calls his mother, but fatigue does not recover. वो अपनी माँ के आने पर भी रिकवर नहीं हो पाता है. The title of the story is very appropriate to theme, though it is a little ironic. The moral of the story is that parents should not send their children to other families because they cannot make proper adjustment there. वो वहाँ पर इस तरीके से एडजस्ट नहीं हो पाता है. फाटिक चक्रवर्ती was the ringleader among the boys of the village. One day, plan for new mischief entered his head. There was a heavy log lying on the mud flat of the river, waiting to be shaped into a mast for a boat. His plan was that they should all work together to shift the log by main force from its place and roll it away. The owner of the dog would be angry and surprised, while they would all enjoy the fun. Everyone supported the proposal and it was very carried. But just as the fun was about to begin, माखन उसका छोटा भाई होता है फाटिक का. Fatik is young brother sauntered up without a word and sat down on the log in front of them all. The boys were puzzled for a moment. One of them pushed him rather timidly and told him to get up, but he remained quiet. He appeared like a young philosopher meditating on the futility of games. Fatih was furious. Makhan, he cried, if you don't get up his minute, I will thrash you. Makhan only moved to more comfortable position. The next few days were full of rejoicing. The brother asked how the two boys were being brought up. He was told by his sister that Fatih was perpetual nuisance. He was lazy, disobedient, and bold. But Makhan was as good as gold, as quiet as a lamb, and very fond of reading. Bishambar kindly offered to take Fatih off his sister's hand. बिशंबर जो है वो उसके मामा का नाम है. एंड एजुकेट हिम विद हिज ऑन चिल्ड्रन कैलकटा, जो कि कलकत्ता अपने साथ फाटिक को ले जाते हैं. ही विडोड मदर रीडली एग्रीड, उसकी माँ एग्री हो जाती है. व्हेन हिज अंकल आस्क्ड फाटिक इफ ही वुड लाइक टू गो टू कैलकटा विद हिम, ही जॉइन न्यू वाउंड्स एंड ही सेड ओ यस यस अंकल इन अ वे दैट मेड इट क्वाइट क्लियर द ही मींट अप. It was an immense relief to the mother to get rid of Fatih. She had a prejudice against the boy, and no love was lost between the two brothers. She was in daily fear that he would someday either drown Makhan in the river, or break his head in a fight, or argue him on into some danger. At the same time, he was a little distressed to see Fatih's extreme eagerness to leave his home. Fatih, as soon as well was settled, kept asking his uncle every minute when they were to start. He was on pins all day long with excitement and lay awake most of the night. His fishing rod, his big knife, and his marvels indeed at this time of departure. His generosity towards Makhan was unbounded. When they reached Calcutta, Fatih met his aunt for the first time. She was by no means pleased with the necessary addition to her family. She found her own 3 boys quite enough to manage without taking anyone else. In this world there is no worse nuisance that a boy at the age of 14, वो 14 years का होता है. He is neither ornamental nor useful. It is impossible to show affection on him as on a smaller boy, and he is always getting in the way. If he talks with childish lips, he is called a baby, and if in grown-up way, he called impertinent. In fact, talk of any kind from him is resented. Then he is at the unattractive growing age. He grows out of his clothes with indignant haste. His voice grows hoarse and breaks and quavers. His face grows suddenly angular and unsightly. It is easy to excuse the shortcoming of early childhood, but it is hard to tolerate even unavoidable lapses in a boy of 14. He becomes painfully self-conscious, and when he talks with elderly people, he is either unduly forward or else so unduly shy that he appears ashamed of his own existence. That night on his way back from school, Fatih had a bad headache and shivering fit. He felt that he was going to have an attack of malaria. उसको लगता है कि उसको मलेरिया का अटैक हो गया है. The next morning, Fatih was nowhere to be seen in the neighborhood, provided The rain had been pouring in a torrents all night, and those who went out to look for the boy were drenched to the skin. At last Vishwambar asked the police to help him. वो पूरी रात बारिश में भीग रहा होता है। विशंबर उसे पुलिस की मदद से ढूंढ निकालते हैं। ओके, फाटिक stopped his restless movement for a moment. His hands ceased beating up and down. He said, "Ah." The mother cried again. मदर जो है रो रही होती है जब उसको लास्ट टाइम पर बुलाया जाता है। फाटिक माई डार्लिंग, माई डार्लिंग। वेरी स्लोली फाटिक्स आई वंडर्ड। फाटिक की आंखें स्लोली हो जाती हैं, बट ही कुड नॉट लॉन्गर सी द पीपल राउंड हिज बेड। एट लास्ट ही मर्मर्ड, मदर द हॉलीडेज कम हैव कम। वो बस लास्ट में एक ही लाइन बोल पाता है कि मदर हॉलीडेज आ चुकी हैं, यानी कम छुट्टियाँ हो चुकी हैं। ओके, द मोरल ऑफ द स्टोरी इज़ दैट पेरेंट्स शुड नॉट सेंड देयर चिल्ड्रन टू अदर फैमिलीज। इसमें ये बताया है कि पेरेंट्स को अदर फैमिलीज में अपने बच्चों को नहीं भेजना चाहिए, चाहे बच्चा कितना भी शैतान हो उसे अपने ही पास रखना चाहिए। बिकॉज दे कैन नॉट मेक प्रॉपर एडजस्टमेंट देयर, क्योंकि वो वहाँ प्रॉपर तरीके से एडजस्टमेंट नहीं कर पाते हैं और फाटिक जैसी हालत तो उन बच्चों की हो जाती है। With a deep sigh, he turned his face to the wall.